Star Trek. Starfleet Academy Episode 7 makes a perfect double feature with a classic TOS adventure. A month has passed from the fateful events of Star Trek. Starfleet Academy Episode 6. Come, let's away. The wounds from that episode haven't healed, but they've scarred over enough for Kozine to maintain a comparatively light tone. Jaden, Karam Diane, has plans with his boyfriend Kyle, Dale Wibley, Caleb Muir, Sandra Rasta, juggles multiple storyline balls by infuriating Nala Ake, Holly Hunter, potentially dropping the relationship ball by struggling to stay in touch with the injured Tarima, Zoe Steiner, and forming a surprising bond with Genesis Live, Bella Shepard. In other words, it's business as usual at the Academy. Unless you're Darren Ramey, George Hawkins, that is. Near the beginning of the episode, he's hoisted off to his native Kionian realm for a fast-tracked wedding with her royal sweetheart, Kara, Jalen Thora Brooks. Jaden mistakes Darren's rather enthusiastic retrieval for a kidnapping and follows through the portal, only to find himself in the best man-esque Kozine role. As it happens, Star Trek fans might find the episode's premise of a main character being effectively abducted for a strange wedding ritual familiar. Kozine bears more than a passing familiarity with Star Trek, the original series episode Amok Time, which famously forces Spock, Leonard Nimoy, to return to his native Vulcan after showing symptoms of Pon Farr, a potentially fatal stage of his species' mating cycle. Amok Time and Kozine take radically different approaches to the alien wedding theme, but they also share thematic similarities. Since Amok Time also happens to be one of the very best Star Trek, the original series, episodes, viewing it back-to-back with its Starfleet Academy spiritual sibling is a good time just waiting to be had. Amok Time is the first time Star Trek maps out the history of Spock's love life with T'Pring, Arlene Martell, a canny fellow Vulcan who our hero is supposed to marry. However, it turns out that T'Pring doesn't truly want to marry Spock. Her heart belongs to Stan, Lawrence Montaigne, and to get out of the marriage, she invokes her right to a duel to the death between Spock and her chosen representative, who of course is one James T. Kirk, William Shatner. The episode made the biological imperative to mate concept of Pon Farr massively popular among the fandom and fan fiction writers, and critical analysis of the episode has framed it as an exploration of LGBTQ+ identity. Spock's, of course. Combined with Spock's emotional behavior in the episode, the duel in Amok Time also kicked off the torrent of Kirk-Spock fanfiction that every Star Trek aficionado has bumped into at some point of their fandom, likely many, many times. Like Amok Time, Kozine whisks two friends into a strange and complicated wedding situation that they have to navigate. Here, the approach is decidedly pacifist and philosophical. The physical need of Pon Farr is replaced by Darren's sense of duty to his people and his betrothed, and the duel is replaced by verbal confrontations and speeches. However, what was mere fan fiction in Amok Time comes across as something far more real here. Unlike the original series, the A-flavored Starfleet Academy is an openly queer show, and there are key moments between Jaden and Darren that are far more romantically charged than anything Kirk and Spock do in Amok Time.